Hi class 8 students, I hope everyone is doing well. So today we are going to start our lesson number 2 of the chapter Light. So here we will discuss about regular and irregular reflection and reflected light can be reflected again. Now let us see the reflection of light. We know that I equal to R. That means angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Now let us see the reflection from a regular or a plane surface. So we will take a smooth surface. Now a mirror has a smooth surface. Now see here, when rays of light parallel to each other are incident on the smooth surface, the reflected rays are also parallel. So can you see it? The rays of light, they are parallel to each other and they are incident on the smooth surface. And you can see that the reflected rays are also parallel. Clear everyone? So this is called regular reflection. Now let us see the reflection from an irregular or a rough surface. So we will take a rough surface, example a wall, alright. Now as you can see here, the rays of light, they are incident on the rough surface. But here you can see that the incident rays, they are parallel to each other, right? But the reflected rays, they are not parallel to each other. So this is called scattering of light. And this is called the irregular reflection. So irregular reflection takes place on rough surface. So are you clear, students? Now distinguish between regular reflection and irregular reflection. So first we will see regular reflection. Regular reflection occurs when light is incident on a smooth surface such as that of a plane mirror. So in regular reflection, the light is incident on a smooth surface and a plane mirror is a smooth surface. Irregular reflection occurs when light is incident on a rough surface, such as that of a wall. In this case, if the incident rays are parallel to each other, the reflected rays are also parallel to each other. So in case of this regular reflection, if the incident rays, they are parallel to each other, then the reflected rays are also parallel to each other. But in case of irregular reflection, even if the incident rays are parallel to each other, the reflected rays are not parallel to each other. So in this case, even if the incident rays, they are parallel to each other, but the reflected rays, they are not parallel to each other. Now see here, in case of regular reflection, so these are the incident rays which are parallel to each other, and these are the reflected rays. So see here, so in regular reflection, the incident rays, they are parallel to each other and the reflected rays, they are also parallel to each other, and this occurs on a smooth surface. But in case of irregular reflection, as you can see here, even if the incident rays, they are parallel to each other, but the reflected rays, see here, they are not parallel to each other, right? So it occurs on a rough surface. Okay students, I hope everyone is clear now what is regular and irregular reflection. Now let us see the reflection of reflected light. Sun rays fall on the face and get reflected mirror. The observer can see the face. As you can see here, the sun rays, it falls on the face and gets reflected mirror. So this is how the observer can see the face. Now the sun rays fall on the back of the head and get reflected in the mirror on the back side. Okay, now see here, the sun rays, it falls on the back of the head, okay, and get reflected in the mirror on the back side. Then from the back mirror, the rays are reflected from the front mirror and observer can see the back of the head. Then from the back mirror, the rays, they are reflected from the front mirror, and this is how the observer can see the back of the head. Alright? So we can say that light can reflect several times and we can get infinite number of images in such parallel mirrors. So see here, we get infinite number of images when mirrors are parallel. So when the mirrors are parallel, we get infinite number of images. And we can see 3 images when 2 mirrors are perpendicular to each other. So when we keep 2 mirrors perpendicular to each other, we can see 3 images. Can you see 3 images? Okay, so now we will see periscope and kaleidoscope. So first we will see periscope. Okay guys, now what is the use of a periscope? So let us see. A periscope is useful on a submarine for keeping a watch on things above, even while the submarine is below the surface of the sea. So basically a periscope is an instrument on a submarine which is used to keep an eye on things above, even while the submarine is submerged in the sea. Okay, now see here, a man is watching this ship above the sea from a submarine and through this periscope. Alright, so this periscope, it prevents a direct line of sight observation from an observer's current position. Okay, so now let's perform a small activity. Activity to understand working of a periscope. Take a plastic bottle with oblique cuts at top and bottom having two openings as shown in the figure. Now take a plastic bottle with oblique cuts at top and bottom and having two openings. Then two plane mirrors are fitted in these oblique cuts. Okay, so see here, two plane mirrors are fitted in these oblique cuts. Now when you look through the lower window, you will see the object that is in front of the upper mirror. So when you look through this lower window, you will see the object that is in front of the upper mirror, and this is the upper mirror. So how this happens? Image is found upper mirror and it gets reflected into the lower mirror and can be seen through the lower opening. So the image is found in the upper mirror. As I already told you, this is the upper mirror, and it gets reflected into the lower mirror, and this one is the lower mirror, and it can be seen through this lower opening. I hope everyone is clear. Now let us see kaleidoscope. Take three rectangular plane mirrors. So after taking the three rectangular plane mirrors, arrange them as shown in the figure. But before arrange, make sure that all the angles they are equal. Then join them with the tape tightly. Okay, so after joining them with the tape tightly, cut off the base of the cylinder and cover it with white guide paper. Okay, now cut off the base of the cylinder. This one is the base of the cylinder, and then cover it with white guide paper. Then put 4 or 5 pieces of colored glass into the case. Okay, then put 4 or 5 pieces of colored glass into the case. Now as you can see here, boys seeing through kaleidoscope. But what do you see? Okay, observe it carefully. What makes this happens? So three mirrors reflects the object several times and we see several images. That is why we see these many patterns. So as I already told you, there are three mirrors. So those three mirrors, they reflects the objects several times and we see several images. So that is why we can see these many patterns. Okay students, I hope everyone is clear. So we are done for lecture number 2. Thank you.